Hey y'all, how are you? I'm getting ready to go out with my sister today, and while I'm doing that, I want to give a message about forgiveness. Yeah. Um, Sometimes the post that I do piggybacks off conversations that I've had with friends or family or just people overall, and then I think to myself, wow, somebody else needs to hear that. So this is one of those cases. So one of the main parts of my healing, my self-healing, was healing from trauma. And it was something that happened to me when I was about 12, 13 years old. And I didn't realize that over the years, I held on to it, but it wasn't like me, the adult. The adult kind of grew not out of it, but grew over it and calcified this 12-year-old me somewhere deep within my subconscious that was still there, feeling hurt, feeling unheard, feeling unprotected. And until I had my spiritual awakening, I didn't realize that this is something that I have to dig out from the core. And I tried to do it over the years so many times. However, I didn't realize that I needed to forgive. And it wasn't forgiving the individual who had taken away my trust and taken away my power as a 12-year-old. It was mainly to forgive myself. That was the key. And I didn't realize at the time how important that was in healing. Nobody really tells you. See, when people tell us, oh, forgive and forget, it happened so many years ago, forget about it. But what they don't tell you is, they don't explain to you. So when they say forgive and forget, you think to yourself, oh, so how dare them? They're telling me to forget what happened to me. How can I forget what happened to me? It happened to me. It's my pain. And then you end up like I did, starting to become your own abuser. Because you see this mirror. For years, I would not look in the mirror for more time than I needed to get myself ready. And I don't do makeups for one of the main reasons, because I don't want to, when I look in the mirror for years, I never looked within my eyes. I never looked to it because there was this shame that was looking back. And I didn't realize that this was the 12-year-old me that was still there unhealed, okay? So what happens is we're told to be strong, yeah? We're told to overcome, rise above, move on. Okay, we do. But see, nobody talks about the sacred trembling that happens when you finally let go, when you finally say, oh, I forgive, I let go. No, not for the other person, I mean for you. When you forgive, it has nothing to do with the other person. It has every single thing to do with you. And I found that out when I was 41 years old. That's when I finally allowed this 12-year-old me to re-emerge, and I was able to face this 12-year-old me and explain to her how much she's loved and how much she is protected, and how much everything that happened to her was simply a lesson, and showed her the reflection of who I was now at that time as a 41-year-old, to say, listen, you overcame, you deserve love, you are protected, and the weight that you carried from this abuser no longer needs to stay with you. And that's when I got to transmute through forgiveness. Forgiveness for me now is what is the closest places you will ever stand to God, when you forgive yourself. Because when you hold on to the trauma and all the weight of decisions that other people made, parents, family, strangers, teachers, society, when you hold on to this weight of this bitterness and this hate and this gunk, because it becomes like tar, like gunk within yourself, not your soul. Your soul is untouched by all this humanness, but it weights you down so much that even though I was well dressed over the years, even though nobody knew, I attracted every other person who also needed to be healed. And I didn't realize that that was happening to me, because the 12-year-old me needed healing too. So I attracted so many people over the years who were also abused, and I had the right things to say to them, and I could talk them through it, and I could guide them through it. And I felt good because, oh my gosh, I helped this person. But what I didn't realize is the fact that I couldn't simply look in the mirror at myself, look into my eyes and say, I love you, girl. love you, and not feel anxiety and not feel agitated and really soak it up. That's when I realize you're healed. And I'm giving this message today to somebody, anybody. I don't know what you've been through, but we've all been through something, yeah? And I want you to understand, forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is not letting go. Forgiveness is not saying that you're weak. Forgiveness is allowing that portion of you, that aspect of you, to understand that yes, you overcame it, and now is the time to let go of that weight. Do you understand? So for the person who's going through this and you feel some type of way, the person who hurt you, they will have to one day sit in a beautiful place like I was during my near-death experience. They will have to experience every aspect of their human lives where they chose to withhold love, where they chose to hurt somebody or take their power away, and they will be made to feel how they made you feel. They're the ones who'll be judging themselves. That's their weight and their journey to carry. The fact that you're still here and you have this beautiful breath flowing through you means that you overcame, and this was a lesson, a preparation for you. You're either going to become a healer of sorts, meaning that you will now have this experience to speak your truth. It's very important, so you can help somebody to go through their own experience. Or this is something for you to guide someone through. This is something that was mastering you to become the best version of yourself, but it starts with forgiveness. Forgive yourself now, today. Start the process. I had to do it. That's why I wrote this book, because I found out that everything that we do for us is basically giving homage to God, in a sense. So start today. Forgive yourself. You're not forgetting the situation. However, you're overcoming it. You're closing that door and you're going through a new one, because yes, you overcame. Do you understand? Okay, that's it. You are loved. You deserve every single thing that's coming for you. And the one thing I know you don't deserve is not looking in the mirror this morning and saying, looking straight into your own eyes. Do that and say, I love you. Look into the eyes. Look at your eyes looking back at you, and own the love that flows within you. Don't just give it to people like I did for years and hoping that somebody else would reciprocate it back. Oh my gosh, I love them so much and nobody loves me back. No. When you start loving yourself, you'll be closing the door, say, okay, I think I've had enough love for today. The universe reciprocates it right back at you. So forgive yourself, okay? Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.